Hi guys, in this video we are going to discuss about the structures in C++ programming language. In the last video we completed the looping statements. After that we discussed about the concept of the array. In this we are going to discuss about the structures. So let's start this. The topic for discussion is structures. Structure in C++. Let's first understand the technical definition of the structure. So the technical definition of the structures says that it is a way to group several related variables into a one place. Several related variable into a one place. This is a technical definition. Now let's understand the syntax. Using the syntax, you will be able to relate with this technical definition. So the syntax of structure says that structure always be created using a struct keyword. Struct keyword. So you will write struct is a default keyword. Using this, you will be declaring the structure. So this is structure declaration. Structure declaration. After that, you are inside this structure. You can write the multiple variables. You can define the multiple variables. Like I am defining first variable is of integer type int my num. Second is string my string. String my str. This is my second variable. In this way, you can define the multiple structures. Now, using the struct keyword, I was simply declaring the structure. Now, in last, I am providing the name of the structure. So, the name of the structure is my structure. This can be anything. This is the variable name. You can say this is a structure variable name. Structure variable. But this is default. This you cannot change, but this is the name of the variable. You can say this is simply the structure variable name. So you can change this name, but you cannot change this keyword because this is a default keyword. And these are the variables, like these are called as a member. This is the int variable. Inside this is the int variable. This is also a member of a structure, but this is a string variable. Okay? Variable. So this is a basic syntax. First, you need to use the struct keyword to define a structure, to declare a structure. Inside the curly braces, you will define the multiple members that can be of the multiple type. It can be of integer type, string type, character type, or any other type. You can define those members inside this curly braces. And in last, you are going to define the name of that structure. So this is called as a syntax. That's the reason the definition is saying it is a way to group several related variables. As you can see, we are having the multiple variables that are combined into a one place. One place means that is a structure. So we are having the multiple variables and we have combined those variables into a structure. In this way, you can create a structure. Now, if you want to access the element of those structures, so a structure is created. Now, what I want to provide the values to this variables. I want to assign my num with value 10. I want to assign my str with a string hello world. Hello world. So for assigning the value, what we need to do, we need to access the first we need to use the name of the structure. So the name of the structure is my structure, and inside this structure there is a variable. So to access this variable, I need to use the dot operator, and then I will provide the name of the variable, that is my num. And after that, I will assign the value. I want to assign 10 value to this my num variable. Then my structure is the name of the structure. Inside this, there is another variable, that is my str. Inside this, I want to assign the hello world. Hello world. In this way, you can assign the values to the variables of the structure. Now, if in case you want to, this was the step, assigning the value. Assign values to members of a structure. So in this way, you can assign a value. Now next thing is to print the member. Print the member of structure. Member of structure. So to print the member of a structure, I will simply use the name of the structure. So first, I will use the cout statement. Cout. Then the name of the structure is my structure. My structure dot which value I want to print. I want to print my num. My num. So for this line, I will get the output as 10. And for another statement, another cout statement, I am using my structure dot my str. My str is storing the value my str, which is storing the value hello world. So I will get the output as hello world. In this way, you can create a structure and you can assign the values to those structure, and after that, you can print that structure. Let's implement this on the VS Code. So here on my VS Code, I am creating a file called structure.cpp, and here we are going to write hashtag include iostream. That is a header file iostream using namespace standard namespace standard. Then this is the main function, and inside this I want to, first basically we need to define a structure. We are defining a structure, but that structure must be defined over here. Like here I am defining a structure struct using the struct keyword. We write this again struct, and inside this I want to define multiple variables, that is int my num. This is my first variable. Then second variable is of string type, string my str. This is the second variable. And to use a string, I also need to include one more header file, that is include string, to define a string. So these two variables, and in last I will provide the name of the structure, that is my structure. This name can be any other name as well, but this struct keyword is by default. You cannot change this struct keyword, but you can change the name of this structure. This name you can provide as per your understanding. You can provide the name. I have provided the name as my structure. Now this is the declaration of the structure. This process is called as declaration. Declaration of the structure. Now here I am assigning the values to the structure. Assign the values. Assign values to the structure. Values to the structure. So now to assign the value, I will use the name of the structure, that is my structure. Inside my structure, we are having two variables. First is my num. So first I want to assign the value to my num, that is 10, because it is of the integer type. Then again I am assigning the value dot. This time I want to assign a string value to my str, and I am assigning hello world. Hello world. This I have assigned. Now the third step is to print the element. Print the members of the structure. To print the members of the structure, I will use the cout statement, and then my structure is the name of structure, and inside this there is my first member, that is called as my num, and then I want a line break. Again, my structure dot my str this time, and then again a line break. Again a line break. Let's execute this. So here I am executing this program. So we will get the output of line number 16 and the line number 17. So due to line number 16 and 17, we are getting 10 and hello world as the output. So I hope the structure is clear to you. Basically, in the structure, we are having the three processes. First one is called as a declaration of the structure. So in this process, in this declaration process, we are simply using a struct keyword to define a structure. Inside this, we are using a curly braces, and then we are defining the members of the structure. There can be the multiple members. I have defined the two members. First one is of the integer type, another one is of the string type. Then in last, you will provide the name of the structure, and then you will use the semicolon. So this process is called as a declaration. Declaration. The second process says that assigning the values. Now you will be assigning the values to these members. First one is of the integer type, another one is of the string type. There might be the another members also, but in this case we are having only two members. So we will assign the values. Assign the values to member variable. Member variable. So we have assigned using my structure dot my num is my first variable which is assigned with 10 value, and my str is my second variable which is assigned with the hello world. So this is assigning the value. Now we are printing the members. Print the members of a structure. Print the members of structure. For printing the members, we are simply using the name of the structure, that is my structure, and inside this my first member is my num. So we have printed my num and then we have printed my str. So in this way you can simply create a structure, and after creating a structure you can assign the values to those structure, and then you can simply print that structure. Now if in case you want, let's consider my requirement is that I want to assign these two variables to the multiple structure, so I can also do in this way. It means my let me explain you on the one note. So here consider I want to assign multiple structures, one structure to the multiple variables. One structure to multiple variable. Let's consider I have created a structure using the struct keyword, then using the curly braces. Inside the curly braces we define multiple variables. First one is my num, that is of the integer type. Another one is string. Another one member is of the string type, that is my str. Now I want to define as I want to assign this structure to the multiple structure, so I can use like my structure one. So these members will be assigned to my struct one, then my struct two, then my struct three. In this way you can create the multiple structures. If they are having the same number of variables or same number of members, then you can create the multiple structures using a same struct keyword. So in this way you can create the multiple structures. Now let's implement one practice questions over here. So here I am simply let's create the new file, that is a struct1.cpp, and here we are creating a program for the structure. Hashtag include iostream using namespace standard and int main, and inside this int main first I am defining the structure. Inside structure, to define a structure we need to use the struct keyword, then curly braces. Inside this first member is string, that is brand. We are defining the structure for a car. First is brand, another is model of the car, and third one is year. Year means in which year. It is also the related to model. So let's create this. So first we have defined the three members of this structure. First one is brand, another one is model. Model means BMW, Ford, Mustang. So which model is this, and then the year. So we have defined structure. Now I'm assigning this to two structure. First one is my car one, and then my car two. So I have created two structures with the same details like brand name, model, and year. Now I want to put data into the first structure. Put data in structure one. Structure one, that is my car one. My car one. So for putting the data, I'm using my car one. My car one dot. First, I want to provide the brand as BMW. Then my car two, my car one. Then the model is Then the model is X5. 5 is the name of the model. Then my car 1 dot date year. This is the third variable. And year is 1999. 1999. So I have filled the details of the first member, first structure, that is my car 1. Now let's put the data of the second structure. So basically this is not a string, this is the integer type. So now let's put the data of structure second, that is my car 2. My car 2. So here first my car 2 dot brand is Ford. Then my car 2, then the model is Mustang. And then the year is my car 2 dot year, which is 1969. So this is not a string. Again, I made the mistake. 1969. This is an integer. So we have created a structure, that is my car 1 and my car 2, and both are having the same detail, that is brand, model, and year. So I provided the data of first structure for my car 1. I provided the data of second structure, that is my car 2. Now I want to print the data. So here I will print the data of my car 1. My car 1. So my car 1 dot brand equal to my car. We have printed the, okay, print the data of my car 1. My car 1. So here cout, I'm using the cout statement, and then I'm printing my car 1 dot brand. Then I'm printing my car 1 dot model. Then I'm printing my car 1 dot year. Then I want a line break. Here I'm again using a cout statement. Details of my car 1. Details of car 1. Car 1. Details of car 1. And then in next line I am printing details of car 2. Details of car 2. Then a line break. And on this line I am printing the details of car 2, that is cout my car 2 dot brand name and my car 2 dot model and my car 2 dot year. My car 2 dot year, and then a line break. Let's execute this. Program is getting executed. As you can see, we are getting the details of car 1, that is BMW X5. Basically we have not provided any space over here. That's the reason we are getting the error. Provide the space. We're not getting the error, but we are not getting any space over there. Save this and let's implement this again. So as you can see, still we are not getting error because we need to provide the space over here, like in this way, double quotes. In this way you can provide the error, but for now, for the understanding purpose, I'm not providing the error, providing the space. You can simply understand that for car 1 we are getting BMW as the brand name, X5 as the car model, and 1999 is the car year. For car number 2 we are getting the my car 2 dot brand is Ford, my car 2 dot model is Mustang, and my car 2 dot year is 1969. So in this way you can create a structure. So in this example I created a structure that was common for two structures, that is for my car 1 and my car 2. Then I assigned the value into my car 1. In this I assigned the value into my car 1. Then I assigned the data, different data, into my car 2, and then we printed that data for my car 1 and my car 2. So in this way you can create a structure, and you can do the multiple practice questions by yourself. try to implement some practice questions, try to find some practice questions on the structures, and try to implement the structures, some questions on the structures by yourself. So this was the concept related to the structure. In next video, we will be discussing some new concept.